Aaron Rodgers wants to play in 2025, but not for the New York Jets. Bombshell reporting coming from The Athletic. All right, we got some news from The Athletic and Dianna Russini. Aaron Rodgers does not want to play for the New York Jets in 2025. Let's go over the article, and then I'll just give you my thoughts about it. I'm kind of irritated, but I'll let you know everything here in just a second. I'm told Johnson has lost confidence in Rodgers' ability to lead the team to their first playoff berth in 14 years, a drought that stands as the longest in major North American professional sports leagues. There are some on the team who believe everyone is simply tiptoeing around the fact that Rodgers isn't the same player anymore. I'm told no decisions have been made yet, but it appears increasingly likely that the four-time MVP, who is banged up, could be placed on injured reserve or possibly benched over the next few weeks, signaling the end of his disastrous time with the Jets. Some around the league say they won't be surprised if Rodgers is cut in season, as Rodgers and his relationship with the owner have been strained for months. That's not a secret in the building or the locker room at this point. After conversations with sources with the team around the league, my understanding is Rodgers wants to play in 2025, just not for the New York Jets, which feels very much like the nuh-uh, you're not going to break up with me, I'm going to break up with you, and everyone's going to know it. And that's basically what happened with Woody Johnson and Joe Douglas. Douglas didn't want to stay here at the end of the season. He was already looking for real estate in Baltimore. And now our quarterback doesn't want to play here, and Woody's going to be like, oh, I'm just going to cut him. I'm going to put him on IR so it doesn't look as bad and it doesn't hurt his Hall of Fame career, and we don't look like the guys like the Giants who benched Eli Manning or stupid, whatever. Look, this is something to me that is just a disastrous time. If you told me 2 years ago the Jets would be getting Aaron Rodgers after having offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year, and, you know, who could have been offensive rookie of the year, and Breece Hall, who's coming back from an injury, like, I'm like, yo, Jets are locked, stocked, loaded and ready to go. We're ready to win some games. This dude's been a bum since he got here. It sucks. Because the whole lead up into everything last year was just so magical. That first opening night was so good, and I was at the highest point of my Jet fanhood, like, believability, like, this is gonna happen. We're getting a ring. This is definitely happening. Threw money on it, and then 4 plays in, it comes crashing down, and then just the culture and everything starts swirling around, and chaos happens. We lose. We go back to Zach, and now this year he's banged up a little bit. Like, I'm sure he's probably hurt to some degree. We saw him take a lot of lower leg injuries during the course of the beginning part of this season when the offensive line was trying to figure it out. How many times did we see Rodgers just kind of like groan and roll around a little bit back there? He went into the blue tent at least 2 times this year. And I'm not going to lie, the last few times he's gone in, it's like, well, I think Tyrod Taylor would be better. Like, this isn't something that I am necessarily disagreeing with, but it's just like wacky that it's come to this point. I believed, like, full stop, that if we just get a 1 year of Aaron Rodgers playing, we're going to make the playoffs. If you had told me we'd be at our record right now through the season, I'd be like, there's no way. That's wrong. It's not right. Someone did something, or someone's sabotaging something. You know, if I want to put on a little tinfoil hat, Dianna Russini, her and Aaron Rodgers have been bumping heads for a while. Remember, the whole lose my number was in reference to her and Adam Schefter when he was getting, lose my number. You don't know what the heck you're talking about. Maybe this is some disgruntled employees. It could be Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas. Maybe they're just saying, like, hey, you know what? We got canned. This shit sucks. Woody and Aaron have a great relationship right now, but I'm just going to say everything's fucking chaos. And Woody thought about benching him, which maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. And then all of a sudden, Rodgers and him have a falling out. Could you imagine the manipulative, like, that's wishful thinking. I don't care. No, it's not even wishful thinking. I just want to be done with this experience. I'm so over it. I want to have, like, a team that I feel proud of. And since Rodgers got here, we've just been kind of the bad guy without being any of, like, the good success that's supposed to come with it. You're supposed to be really successful, and everyone's supposed to hate you because you're winning, not hate you because you suck, and you just can't figure out how to get out of your own way. I just hope it keeps, you know, the locker room sane and safe, and, like, the players want to continue playing for us. I don't want to see this be like an entire ship off of all players and whatnot. I think it's going to get ugly over these next few weeks. Maybe we see Tyrod Taylor. Maybe they know what Tyrod Taylor is, and they just want to see. Maybe there's a chance we see Jordan Travis. I thought he would definitely get a redshirt year. You got Martinez on the practice squad. Maybe you bring him up. But I'll be honest, I kind of want Rodgers to continue playing. One, it was nice not having to care about my New York Jets on every Sunday. Just kind of like, you know, I'm going into this very nonchalant. Like, I know we're going to lose. This is fine. I'm not going to get worked up about it. Now I'm going to have to deal with the drama of, like, oh, well, but maybe we could find a quarterback here. or Tyrod Taylor's going to knock us out of draft position. I want to lose games at this point. I just want to bottom out. I just want to be done. Clean break. I'm done with the hit pieces. I'm done with the articles. I don't even know where he's going to go. Where are you going to go after this season? Are you going to go to Minnesota and complete the circuit? Brett Favre leaves the Packers, goes to the Jets, retires from the Jets, or gets cut from the Jets or whatever, goes to Minnesota, and now is Rodgers going to do the same thing? Is he going to, like, maybe we get Sam Darnold. We're going to get Flores, McCown, and Sam Darnold as our coaches. Rodgers is going to go over there, and we're just going to reset everything. We're one big friggin' 10-ring circus. Clown car's open. Come on in. Rex Ryan, come on back. I want to care. I do care. But, like, this feels like a sitcom, like a TV show. Like, each episode is like, well, how can they get worse? I go into every season. This can't be worse than last year. Look at what we had to deal with last year. And every year it just keeps happening. Oh, let me know your thoughts. Where do you think Rodgers is playing next year? Do you think this article is as true as it's being read right now? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, go Jets. J-E-T-S-J!